and I like to do a side swipe method. So what I mean is I get the mud on my knife like this, and I just swipe down. And I like to make sure I have a good 1/4 inch to 1/8 on here to start. Now I'm going to make sure I don't have any gaps or voids of mud, and I'm going to spread this all evenly. Next, I'm going to take my bead and I'm going to push it up against this one and now I'm going to be jiggling it slightly to help press it into the mud. And now I'm going to be pressing up and taking my fingers and squishing some of the excess mud out. But my fingers aren't going past the paper, otherwise I'll get mud all over them. Next, I'm going to gently wipe out the mud. Not all of it. I want to leave some under so I can adjust it. Now that I've gotten most of the mud out, I'm going to check the corner bead for adjustment before I firmly embed it in place. Rule number 1, does it line up with my existing corner bead? Yes, it lines up perfectly with that one. The next thing you need to check is, can you see light through the bead? Right there. So there's room to fill. Check the other side. Yes, room to fill. And now I do the same check in the middle of the corner bead and on the bottom of the corner bead. And if one side has too much fill, I push it a little bit with my knife and then double check this side to make sure both sides have room for fill. Now that I know this corner bead is good from top to bottom, I firmly wipe the mud out. That also gives it a little time to saturate into the paper flange, which helps adhesion. Now here's a really important tip to note. This area where the two corner beads meet is really prone to cracking. So what I do is I take a piece of tape and I put some mud on it, about 1/8 of mud on it. I then take it right here. And now let's take a close look at that so you can see where exactly it's going to go. So it is going to go about 1/8 of an inch back from the nose of the bead. If you put it too close to the nose of the bead like that, it'll hang over, or you'll have a piece of tape you have to bury. But if you put it back from the nose of the flange just a little bit, then the natural filling area from the corner beads covers the tape. It also doesn't hurt to let the mud saturate into that tape for a minute. It's going to have a way better chance of adhering and not blistering. Once it's done that, then it's time to wipe it out. And I'll often just hold it there with one corner, and it's going to slide around a bit on you until it finds its place. It's your job to help it find its place. So now that's done, and let's take one more quick look at it. As you can see, it's just a hair back from the nose, and it's going to stop cracks showing from the flange of those beads. So thanks for watching Vancouver Carpenter. I hope with those tips you're able to get some awesome corner beads. And I know you might be a little bit confused as to why a carpenter knows so much about drywall. Don't ask.